welcome to PC Woods Kids Tech Talk. Today we're looking at the ATi Radeon HD 5570. Now this graphics card many of you have been asking me to review. It's a step up from the entry value edition 5450 which I reviewed not too long ago. Now this one here is a low profile card. As you can see, it is small in size, and obviously by just looking at it you know that it's not a power hungry card. It's got all the basics. It doesn't have crossfire bridge connector at the top. Here are the specs: 650 megahertz for the core clock and 900 megahertz for the memory clock. It's using 1 gig of DDR3 memory. Okay, so here are all the specs. When you look at this card, it's a low power energy saving card. It's got the basics. It's got the DVI out there, the HDMI, and the VGA out. So everything that you need for all kinds of monitors and setups for your home theater PC, your mainstream PC. It's got decent cooling, as you can see here. The copper heatsink and the air spits out through this vent here at the top, and also through the side at the back of the card. And there's a little blower fan that it's got on it. It doesn't have any power connectors, obviously, being a low powered card. A 350 watt power supply is good enough to make this little guy run. And I was quite pleased with this card, believe it or not. I was very, very impressed because I was playing all kinds of games, medium settings, you know, some of them on high settings, and it was doing quite well. Now, of course, it's not a 5770, okay, if we compare the different types of cards here, but it does come very close to the 5670, okay, so think about it. If you're looking to get a card for a mainstream PC, doing some casual gaming, you know, you've got a home PC, not using it very often for games, but, you know, you're doing a lot of HD videos and you're surfing, doing all the office type of stuff, that works fine. Here's the test system that I'm using today, only 2 gigs of RAM, running nice, Windows 7, and GPU-Z reports the GPU there, Redwood 40 nanometer architecture, brand new, just released this year, as you can see there, running at PCI Express 2.0 x16 mode there, and there are all the shaders, the pixel fill rate, the bus width, the bandwidth, all of the stats there that you need regarding this card showing in GPU-Z, as well as the Catalyst driver 10.3, which I'm using on this test system. Okay, now when we take a look at the temperatures on idle, which is it's roughly running on idle right now. I'm just recording the screen. 37 degrees Celsius at fan speed 15%. Okay, at full load, still at fan speed 15%, it goes up to 53 degrees Celsius. So that's pretty cool for a video card. Now running it here on benchmarks, here's the 3D Mark 06 scores. I always compare the GPU scores as well. So on 3D Mark Vantage, you can see here the GPU score 3604, and then I compare that to previous results that I tested on this system as well with other cards, so you can see where this GPU lies compared to other cards. And obviously it's faster than the 5440, not as fast as the HD 5770 like I mentioned earlier. But then again, remember, this is a step up from the value entry edition card. Now, I ran SI Sandra, the software here, the benchmarking software, which also concurred that this is faster than a HD 4670. Obviously, not as fast as a 4850, but it did pretty good in the data transfer bandwidth results there. As you can see, it came in second compared to these other cards that I had here on the list. Okay, so not bad there on that bandwidth transfer. Like it says here in GPU-Z, it's supposed to have. Those are the default stats. Okay, so now when it comes to gaming, obviously we start at low resolutions. I mean, we basically make our way up. If you run it at medium settings, DirectX 11 games are going to give you very good results. Okay, 30 frames per second, no problem, you're going to get in your games with this card. And that's pretty impressive because 30 frames per second is pretty smooth. Running it higher, at 1680 or 1920, now we're talking resolutions that are really decent and also frames per second that are really decent. As you can see here with Batman, as you can see here with Dirt 2, frames per second drop, obviously, because I'm running it on high settings at higher resolutions, but still pretty good. Pretty good for a card like this. So I was quite impressed that it was pumping out enough performance here to keep up, especially if you're playing an older game like BioShock, the first version. So if you're setting up a little mainstream PC, some casual gaming, home theater PC, definitely recommend this card. It's a great little card, and it runs cool, doesn't require a lot of power, again, like I said, and AMD does it again if you're looking for a value budget card. Okay, so definitely recommend that, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.